Alright, here we go. Getting ready to make some apple wine. We've got 4 gallons from Big Lots. Half gallon was about $1.80, which is a good deal. We have some Acme brand apple juice over here. It was about $5 for a gallon. We have a makeshift funnel, which has been washed. We have carboy stopper. We also have an airlock and some cleanser. So the first thing to do is going to be to sanitize the carboy, funnel, and the airlock. Alright, made up half a gallon of sanitizer. Just going to go ahead and throw stuff in there to sanitize. There's the airlock. There's a rubber stopper. Here's the funnel. Should probably mostly fit in here. It's the carboy. Got the top on. Shake it around a little bit. Try to make sure everything gets to be cleaned. Alright, we're going to take our first gallon and we're going to add it to the carboy. We're actually going to add half of it. Okay. Next thing we need to do is add about 2 cups, maybe a little bit more, is about a pound of sugar. We're going to add that to our apple juice in the bottle and then shake it up. Alright, we'll add this here to our apple juice. And anything that gets left in the funnel will just get washed down into the carboy anyway. So that's not a major concern. Now, we've got a lot of sugar in here. It's time to shake it up. Let the sugar dissolve. Mixed around. It's pretty well dissolved now, so we're going to dump it in. We're going to repeat the same process again with just a little bit more apple juice and another pound or so of sugar. Alright, and we'll wash that down. Just a little extra juice. So we have to add some Montrachet wine yeast. So we're just going to pop her right down, shoot here. Got one bottle left here to wash down all the yeast, make sure it all gets in there. It's also mixing the yeast in just a bit. airlock on. Actually, first, go ahead and take a sample hydrometer. This reading probably won't be entirely accurate. Our stuff's still wet. Let's sanitize it. 1.054. Something like that. Alright, well, all the yeast has sunk down to the bottom. Pop in the carboy stopper. Since I don't have any cheap vodka to use, I can use some cheap bourbon in the airlock. There we go. Just reassemble this. Looks like we're leaking one. Just a little bit, so we've got a little bourbon in the apple wine. And we'll see how she does. Pitch the yeast about 2 o'clock. Let's see what happens. Here is the apple wine. It's been fermenting for about 6 hours. There's a light behind it, that's why it's glowing. At first it was just clear, and then some of the yeast started floating up from the bottom. Now you can see all kinds of stuff suspended in it. It's getting really thick and opaque at the bottom. And you can see some bubbles floating up to the top. I think the video camera is actually picking them up. Been fermenting for about 19 hours. It's really gotten a lot cloudier. There's also a lot more bubbles rising. You can kind of see some residue up here at the top where some foam or whatever had bubbled up during the night. You can see a bit here as well. Just bubbling away. And you can see the airlock. It's actually started bubbling pretty consistently now. And that hopefully pick up. It's starting to smell a little bit too. Kind of a mix of bourbon and stink. So may have to move this into the basement soon.